भगवती उत्तमश्लोके
भगवती उत्तमश्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकीम्।
ईश्वर परमकृष्ण
ईश्वर परमकृष्ण
सच्चिदानन्दविग्रह
सच्चिदानंद विग्रह
अनादिरादिर्गोविन्द
मुराय देवाय गोविंद
सर्वकारणकारणम्
सर्व कारण कारणम
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
देवकीनन्दनाय च
देवकी नंदनाय च
नन्दगोपकुमाराय
नंदगोपकुमाराय
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः.
गोविंदाय नमो नमः।
Hare Krishna. So can you see my screen, Mataji?
Not yet, it's coming. Yes, we can see.
Okay. So what we will do today, as Himeshwar Prabhu just said, that we are going to talk about 20, 21, 22. Before that, I just go to the prelude, like what is 18th, 19th. Lord Sri Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explaining here. He says that how this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed us the intimate relationship with Krishna. How in devotional service to Krishna, how different mellows, five mellows, how a bhakti can be practiced in one of the five mellows. So here Krishna explaining, if one regards me as a supreme Lord and himself as a subordinate, I do not become subservient to his love, nor can it control me. So Supreme Personality of God is directly saying here that he doesn't like, you are a god, I am a devotee, I want to do this way in the awe and reverence. He doesn't want. He want to have a relationship with the devotees. I do not become subservient to the person who is regarded me as the supreme lord himself and subordinate somebody. So that we do that, we assume that position when we serve the supreme lord, that's okay to begin with. But as we proceed in the process of devotional service, we need to establish, or we have to anchor for the establishment of our lost relationship with Krishna. Because we all had a relationship with Krishna and we have come out of that relationship, envious of Krishna, and we forgot our relationship with Krishna. So his Krishna is telling here, the Mahaprabhu, if one regards me the Supreme Lord and himself as a subordinate, I do not become subservient to his love. So he's explaining that, please uh, please find out your lost relationship with me. That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explaining here. The next sloka he says that in whatever transcendental mellow my devotee worships me, I reciprocate with him. That is my natural behavior. So this is a beautiful word here. Krishna says natural behavior. What's the meaning of natural? That means Krishna's natural tendency towards his devotees is not just awe and reverence worshipping. He wanted to we wanted the devotees to discover their lost relationship with Krishna. We all had relationship. So what happens is in the process of bhakti, when we practice bhakti at the stage of bhava and prema level, we have the different ladders of bhakti: ado, shraddha, tata, sadhu, sangha, bhajana kriya, anardhanya vritti, nishtha, asakti, hmm, and then we have bhava and prema. There are seven steps in the devotional practice. At the level of bhava, that's the preliminary stage of love of Godhead. We know what is our relationship with Krishna. right? That is natural. We have five mellows. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed Shantaras, Dasaras, Vasalya, Madhurya, and Sakya. So these five relations, every one of us has a relationship with Krishna. So Krishna himself is telling here, I would love to have those relationships revealed to you. In that capacity, you worship me, then I feel happy. So he wanted to have relationship with the devotees. Okay, and now the today's shloka here.
So if we say I'm papi, I'm tuchha, then Krishna doesn't like it.
See, all these relationships are divided into five relationships, Mataji. Hmm?
Right.
One is
But no,
Vatsalya.
18 में बोला ना हमने, 18 से we say if I am subordinate. So if I say I'm papi, I'm pati, he doesn't like it.
Like it, absolutely. But that should not come artificially. As you as a puppy, you practice devotional service. What happens is, as you mature in your devotional service, at the stage of bhava and prema, that relationship is revealed to you who are in the spiritual world by Supreme Lord. Means you're advanced spiritually so much that you can see what relationship you had in Krishna in the previous life, in the originally. That is revealed to you. With that relationship, then you practice bhakti. And with that relationship only, you go back to Godhead. For example, gopis are there. Then we have Mother Yashoda, Vatsyaras. We have Arjuna, Sakya, friendship. Like that, everybody has relationship with Krishna. With that relationship, when you worship, Krishna loves it. That's what he's telling here. And he loves that. But the thing is how to know that relationship. That is not known to us in the beginning stages of devotional service. Maybe not in this lifetime as well. As we proceed further in advancement of the consciousness in the devotional service, as we practice bhakti, okay, at that point you may not have any feelings, that's okay. But as you go, when the nistha, asakti, and bhava comes, at that point you see symptoms. So I am related to Krishna in this way, in this way. So the natural that love develops and you work in that capacity at that level. And with that capacity, with that position, you go back to Krishna. Okay? Is it clear, Mataji?
Yes, we have to have a relationship. Without relationship, we cannot get Krishna.
We had a relationship, we forgotten. That we have to reclaim. One through devotional practice, we can reclaim that relationship. Okay?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So let's go to today's shloka. Today's shloka is 20th Chaitanya Charitamrita Hadlila. Ye yata mam prapadyante stam sataiva bhajamyaham mama vartamanu vartante manushya partha sarvashaha. This is actually shloka from Bhagavad Gita. Gita 4.11. Okay. So we'll do one thing here. What we will do here, we will read this translation by Prabhupada ki jai. He says, in whatever way my devotees surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pratha. So he's clearly saying that in whatever in whatever way devotees surrender, I will reward them accordingly. So Krishna is a pakka baniya. If you surrender to him 10%, he will only give 10% realizations. If you surrender to him 20%, you'll get only 20% realization. So as you approach Krishna with whatever desire or whatever intention or whatever surrender percentage, accordingly Krishna reciprocates. He won't give more than that. Because that is what you're asking. Here, this so what we will do is we'll go to this shloka and read what it is. In the fourth chapter Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna affirms that formally before he explained this mystic philosophy of Gita to the sun god. We know that in the fourth chapter, right? Vivaswan. The sun god is Vivaswan. He taught this knowledge to Vivaswan. The message was received through the chain of disciplic succession from Guru Parampara. But in the course of time, the chain was broken because lot of impious kings came in between. Dilip Maharaj, some other Maharajas, they came. They broke the chain of this. For example, King Vena. He's a horrible king. So those people came, they broke the Dasabrahmanic succession chain. To re-establish that, again Krishna comes. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkritam. Wherever there is a decline in the religious principles, Krishna comes back. Again, he has to come in Dwapara Yuga, and the religious principles were broken. And at that time also he says to Arjuna, Arjuna, you and I were associated with you for millions of years back. And I taught you the same knowledge to you millions of years back. Only the reason is that you don't remember, I remember. I remember because I am a god. You don't remember because a living entity. Krishna makes it very bold statement there. Hmm? So here Krishna, see, Lord Sri Krishna appeared again to teach the truth of Bhagavad Gita. At that time, Lord spoke in this verse 4.11. The 4.11 is this is the same shloka. Then we'll read the purport and see what Prabhupada explaining in this, why this shloka was referred in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay, so everyone is searching for Krishna in different aspects of his manifestations, right? Krishna is the supreme personality of God. It is partially realized in his impersonal Brahma Jyotir, effulgence and all-pervading super soul, dwelling within the heart, within everything, including the particles of atoms. Okay, we all know that the absolute truth Krishna can be realized in three different ways. Bhagavatam says, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaneti Sabhyate. So the absolute reality, Lord Sri Krishna, can be perceived in a three different ways. One is basically called impersonal Brahma Jyoti. Second one is called localized Paramatma. Third one is called Bhagavan, realization. So these three realizations are there. Brahman realization, Paramatma realization, Bhagavan realization. So he is telling that Brahman realization, we all know that that's only a partial realization. Why? The Brahman realization is basically light coming from the Krishna. So Prabhupada gives analogy that we have a sun. We have sun disk is there, sun rays are there. So this Brahmajyoti is compared with the sun rays emanating from the sun. Oh, so those rays have an effect, but they are not real Krishna. So Brahmajyoti is also like a effulgence, light coming from the body of Krishna. So Mayavadi philosophers who doesn't accept Krishna as a person, they think light is a Krishna and they're satisfied with that one. But that's not the complete realization. So what happens to Mayavadis? When they're in that mood, they worship light, and when they leave the body, they go to Brahma Jyotir place and they stay for some time. And because there is no interaction of anyone there, they fall down again to this material creation. This is a Brahman realization. Then we have Paramatma realization is called localized Paramatma. Yogis is only a partial realization. Okay, that is also not pure, complete whole Krishna. That is, yogis does that. They meditate on millions of years to gain some mystic siddhis. Okay, through the Paramatma realization. And third one is devotees who work for Bhagavan realization. Bhagavan means Lord Sri Krishna. So sun disk, sun rays, sun. Sun disk is called Paramatma realization. The sun, original sun, Mr. Sun is Krishna. I'm just giving comparison. Sun, sun disk, sun rays. Bhagavan, Paramatma, and Brahma Jyotir. These three aspects, compare that. So devotees are, and actually, which is best? The best is to go to sun god, meet hands with sun. Then you know who he is, how he is. You can talk to him. You can have relationship with sun, etc. Same way, when you attain Bhagavan realization, then we can have relationship with Krishna. We can talk to Krishna. All this devotional service come into existence once we accept Krishna as a person. When you accept Krishna as a impersonal, what kind of relationship you develop with the light? Nothing. Even Paramatma, partial realization, you don't you don't develop any relationships with Krishna. Only when you accept Krishna as a Bhagavan is a person, he is a person, I can serve him, I can have relationship with him, he gets hungry, I can serve him, etc. All this devotional service comes into existence once we accept Krishna as a person. That's called Bhagavan realization. That's complete whole Krishna. Right? We call Ishvara Paramakrishna Sat Chit Ananda Vigraha. Vigraha means form, Krishna. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means eternal. Chit means all knowledgeable. Ananda means blissful. So Bhagavan realization, the partial relations like Brahman realization and Paramatma relations can give only Sat and Chit potencies. Sat and Chit potencies. But to get real happiness, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called love of God, only comes when the Bhagavan realization comes. That is Sat Chit Ananda, the potency of Ananda. For example, we have been doing devotional service since our childhood, but we never feel happiness of this living devotional service. We have been taught fear of God. We never taught love of God since childhood, because we only do business with the God. But the relationship with God is so loving devotional service. That's why we call peace, love of Godhead. Prabhupada introduced Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, love of Godhead. That is Ananda potency. Ananda potency only comes when Krishna is a person, when you have a relationship with him. That is emphasis given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita. That is one of the advents of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Kali Yuga, to give these mellows relationships and make aware that people have the relationship with Krishna. We have been forgotten. When you practice devotional service sincerely, you get to know your original Siddha Deha Sarupa, who you are in the spiritual world. Okay? And Prabhupada writing here, everything. Okay, one day, but Krishna is fully realized only by his pure devotees. Krishna can be realized by only pure devotees. Pure devotees means who accepts Krishna as a person. Consequently, Krishna is the object of everyone's realization. And thus, anyone and everyone is satisfied according to the one's desire to have him. In the transcendental world also, Krishna reciprocates with his pure devotees in the transcendental attitude, just as the devotees wants him. Whether you are in the material world or spiritual world, once you start serving to Krishna in a devotional capacity, Hmm? That kind of what you call reciprocation comes from the Krishna. He reciprocates his devotees. Even when you serve deities at home, we have deities at home. We are devotees. We accept Krishna as a person. We have Gavanithai deities, Krishna, Radha Shyam Sundar deities, Jagannath, Subhadra, Sudarshan Chakra deities. We have deities. We serve them. We give arati because they're person like you and me. We offer prasadam. They get hungry because all these things comes when you accept Krishna as a person. And he can also reciprocate with him. In some cases, deities come and tell, I want to eat this one tomorrow, I want to eat this, that one tomorrow. There are cases like that. Why? Because there is a reciprocation comes from Krishna only in the devotional practice, not either in the Brahman realization or Paramatma realization. That's why it is called love of God. You develop a love for God. One devotee may want Krishna, look at that here, Prabhupada writing. One devotee may want Krishna as a supreme master, another as his friend, another as his son, still another as his lover, like Srimati Radharani. So Krishna rewards all devotees equally according to their intensity's love for him. Whatever way out of these relationships, whatever way you wanted to have some relationship with Krishna, he reciprocates without any doubt. And if you don't have a relationship also, that's fine. He's okay with that one. It's all our desire to have relationship with Krishna. Now the question comes, why all these things? Why I want to have relationship? Why I want to? If you don't have this, if you don't realize your relationship with Krishna, you will be stuck in the material world forever. Forever will be here. So the process given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Prabhupada, that we have to follow four legged principles and develop our bhakti. And this going back to Godhead may not happen in one lifetime. It could be several lifetimes based upon your sadhana, how intensely you're practicing this sadhana. After taking Diksha from Guru, how intensely you're practicing so that you want to reclaim your lost position in the spiritual world. If you are not so serious, Krishna also doesn't respond that way because he said, Yedama prapadyante stam satyava vijami. Whatever surrender you have, I can reciprocate. If you say, Krishna, I'm 100% surrendered to you, I want to come to this lifetime, Krishna says, yes, that's fine with me. We say, no, Krishna, I have my own reservations, I have to take care of XYZ. Krishna, that is also fine with me. So, whatever mood, whatever percentage we surrender, he will also reciprocate accordingly. In the material world, the same reciprocation feelings are there and they are equally exchanged by the Lord with different types of worshippers, right? We have some of them are the sun, some of them are Vasalya, Vasalya and conjugal love, etc. The pure devotees, both here and the transcendental abode, associate with him person and are able to render personal service to the Lord and thus derive transcendental bliss in his loving service. So talking about the devotees, what devotees want? They wanted to serve Krishna. Either in the material world also they want to serve Krishna, in the spiritual world also love Krishna. That's why devotees doesn't worry too much whether they're in the material world or in the spiritual world. Same thing. Why? Because you serve God anyway, anywhere, anytime. In the material world also. But that's why a pure devotee never asks, I want to go back to Godhead, I want to go back to here. He has no desires. Krishna, you put me wherever you want to. But my only desire is to serve you. Narayana Parasarve Nakutasla Vidyati Swargeshu Narakeshu Apavargeshu Tulyad Darshanam. You put me in the hell also, that is fine, me Krishna, but I want your loving service. It means I don't want to lose relationship with you. I don't want to lose connection with you because of the suffering in the material world is disconnect from Krishna. What devotee aspects? I don't want to lose connection from you, Krishna. The moment I lose connection from you, I am a big zero. Big zero. Everything in my life is a zero when there is no connection to Krishna. My house is a zero. Everything, my relationships are zeros. Everything is a zero, zero, zero. Hey, I add all zeros, that's a big zero. But number one is Krishna. When Krishna in our life, one zero has a 10, two zeros 100, three zeros 1000. That increases the value of zero when number one Krishna in our lives. That is what a pure devotee aspires for it. As for those who are impersonalist and who want to come spiritual suicide by annihilating the individual existence of living entity, Krishna helps also by absorbing them into effulgence. Look at that. Mayavadis who who are impersonalists, they don't trust in Krishna's personal form. They think that Brahmajyoti is a light. He also reciprocates to them. But Prabhupada writes that is a spiritual suicide. What does it mean? Spiritual suicide means that you are negating the form of Krishna is a spiritual suicide. Okay, for the devotee, there's it's like a sharp, not accepting Supreme Personality of Godhead as a person. So he also reciprocates them accordingly, whatever they want. And the same way, is such impersonalists do not agree to accept eternal blissful spiritual form. If you go and tell them that, hey, Krishna is a person, Tribangi form, you offer prasadam to him, they all say, don't talk about this. I don't accept these things. Krishna is a light for me. Let me close my eyes, focus on my between two eyebrows. Krishna is a light. I am happy with that one. So for them, if you go and tell them Krishna is a person, we do arti, we do prasadam, these things, you're pagale kya? Why are you telling all these things? But Krishna accepts everyone because it's the journey of the soul. Finally, when it comes to the journey of the soul travels, okay, in the fifth chapter we are reading, Saturday 5 to 6, right? He says that whether you are doing devotional service or you're doing some demigod worship, that is also fine because after many, many lifetimes, when you mature, you come to the Krishna Bhakti. That is the shloka here explains in the Bhagavad Gita 7.19. What is Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapachade Vasudevam Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudallabha. After many, look at the translation Prabhupada writes here, after many, many births and deaths, he who is actually knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. How many ISKCON devotees we have in the world? Maybe 0.001%. Right. But every soul eventually comes, but they have to travel a longer route. After many, many births and deaths, okay? Bahunam Janmanamante. Jnanavan, who has a knowledge about Krishna, take the shelter of Krishna. So if you take any individuals, one of us, we could have we would have been we could have been we were a Mayavad in the previous lifetime. Some of them are yogis in the previous lifetime. Some of them are non-devotees sometimes. But all now you came to Krishna conscious platform by mercy of the Lord. So that's why you have taken many, many lifetimes. Now, this lifetime, we come to Krishna consciousness, accepting Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That itself, Prabhupada writes, that itself is a liberation. Accepting the Supreme Lord as a Vishnu is the Supreme Lord itself is a kind of liberation. From there, you have to start working on chanting Krishna's name and following four agreed principles, etc. But as soon as you come to the platform of ISKCON here, your devotional service, devotional journey has started. And that may take several lifetimes, or it may take one lifetime to go your destination. But your life has started, devotional life. That's the beauty of this sloka. After taking many, many lifetimes, people understand Vasudevam Sarvamiti. Vasudeva is everything. And also knowing which is the cause of all causes. Sarva Karana Karanam. Everything happen in our life has a reason for it. We may not able to trace back the reason, but Krishna knows whatever we are supposed to, what we have done. Everything Krishna is a called Adikavi, Trikalagnya. He knows everything, past, present, and future of each and every living entity on these entire creations. He knows. So accordingly, he gives that one. But once you take the shelter of Krishna, right, and he will be excused by lot of karmic reactions. Because Krishna Bhakti, because if you take the five topics of Bhagavad Gita, Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, and Karma. These five aspects, all four aspects are fixed. Only changeable factor is karma. Karma can be changeable by devotional service to Krishna. Period. Because a lot of people we have background who back home we say, oh, your karma is like that, we cannot change your karma. That is not correct. Karma can be changeable. Even Prabhupada says that when you go morning Mangalarati or when you go to any Krishna bhajans, when you start clapping your hands, your hand these chakras also changes by Krishna Bhakti with the Krishna's bhajans. That much powerful to powerful of Krishna Bhakti. So that changes. So karma can be changeable. But what is the working force here is we have to become the devotees of the Lord. Come to the Vishnu platform. Then, and that's why Prabhupada beautifully gives this shloka. So here, Prabhupada writing that, let's go to this shloka, or wherever we are come. Yeah. So he's telling that how the different types of people like the impersonalist and yogis and devotees, how they worship Supreme Lord. Accordingly, he gives the results. So, ye tama prapadyante tam sthita yujamyam mama vartamanu vartante. Who takes, follow. Manusya partha sarvashaha. He says that follow all men, those in all respects. And I surrender to them. Certainly, I reward them accordingly their desires. Okay. So this is what he is explaining here. And also Prabhupada writes here that such impersonalists do not agree, accept the spiritual form. Because they think light, Mayavadis, they think light is the God and they think they're happy with that one. They don't want to feel the ecstatic symptoms by seeing the look in the Shamsundara form. They're not interested. They don't trust that Krishna is a person. That's why they're not interested to take his darshan. Okay? And consequently, they cannot relish the bliss of transcendental service. Transcendental personal, the bliss part is means they don't have ananda. They're mainly missing Ananda part. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, Chit potencies are there. They know Sat, they have Sat means eternal, they know God is eternal. Chit, they know God is all he is all knower. Then they don't accept such Ananda part, blissful part. Blissful part only comes when you serve the Supreme Lord on person to person basis with the capacity of your hidden your relationship with Krishna. When you start serving, that real love of God develops. That is a binding force between Krishna and the devotee of the Lord. And also at that point, it's not like he's a God, your relation. He's just relationship with Krishna, like mother daughter relationship, like friends relationship. Like that, you become a friend with Krishna, or you can become a lover with Krishna, or you can become with the other forms like Arjuna like friend. So that relationship we can serve Krishna. That is what Krishna wanted, and he's explaining in the 18th shloka. That is what he likes. So all we have to do is that we have to advance in devotional service, practice, and get to the point where you discover our last relationship with Krishna, and with that relationship only you can go back to Godhead. That is a shloka here, Prabhupada explains here. They are not admitted into, look at that here. Hmm. So, having extinguished their individuality, some of them who are not firmly situated even in the impersonal existence return to this material world to exhibit their dormant desires of activity. So, what happens? These people who accept Krishna as a light, Mayavadis, they have to come back to this material again because they go to Brahmajyoti level, they don't see any interaction, any service, they fall down to this world. Some of us would be Mayavadis in the previous lifetime. We learned our lessons. Okay, I did a mistake. In this lifetime, we are accepting Krishna as a person. Devotional service. We are feeling a bliss Ananda part, Sachit Ananda part fully. They are not admitted into the spiritual planets, but they are again given a chance to act on the material planets. Those who doesn't act Krishna as a person, they are not going to spiritual world. They will be given a chance again. That's a beautiful thing. Krishna gives chance for them because they already practiced bhakti, but the bhakti is not complete. They will be given a chance to come back again. For those who are fruity workers, for example, okay, the Lord awards the desired results of their prescribed duties. The fruity workers are basically, I would say, non-devotees, fruity workers based upon Karma Kanda section. And Krishna just gives results as by the prescribed duties in the Vedas. You do this action, you get this result. You do this one, you get this result. That is given. That is like just like a business basis. Okay, you do X, you do this, you'll get this. You do this, you'll get that. All these things will be given. And those who are yogis seeking mystic powers are awarded such powers. So Mayavad, the yogis, they want mystic powers. Krishna gives them. In other words, everyone is dependent for success upon his mercy only. Whether you are Mayavadi or you are a impersonal Brahmanist or yogi or a devotee, everybody on the mercy of Lord Sri Krishna. All kinds of spiritual processes are but different degrees of success in the same path. The Mayavadi also say I'm a devotee. Yogi also say I'm a devotee. Devotee also say I'm a devotee. But the results are different. And why this is done? Because that is what you wanted, Krishna awards them accordingly. Unless, therefore, one comes to the highest perfection of Krishna consciousness, all attempts remain imperfect. This is a beautiful line. So, except devotional service, everything else is a imperfect, not perfect at all. Because they are imperfect, we fall down. Then perfection comes later, after realizing. Not now, we want to attain perfection. We become the devotees of Krishna now, accepting Krishna as a person. Then slowly, perfection arises. But accepting Krishna as a person itself is a kind of a liberation. Okay? That's why there's beautiful shloka. This is a very famous shloka. Akama sarva kama ha moksha kama uddharadi tivrena bhakti yogena jejeta purusham param. Beautiful shloka. It explains whether one is without desire or with desire or fruitive actions, everything you go to Krishna. You don't need to worship any demigods. So whether you have a karma, akama, both, whether you want to have desires, non-desires, or fruitive actions, everything you go to Krishna and pray to him. Slowly, slowly, what he does is he puts the filters. Okay, he has this many desires now. Let me put one filter. Desires, some of are gone. One more high pass filter, low pass filter. He filters all the desires as example given by Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj wanted to begin with the greater land kingdom than his great great grandfather Lord Brahma. He went with that intention. Then he met Narada Muni on the way. Narada Muni gave a mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. He practiced for a while and he went to Gora Tapasya. He did not drink water, he did not breathe air. Finally became skeleton, his prana in the bones. At that time, Supreme Lord comes, and after seeing Supreme Lord, he forgets everything what he wanted. He said, all these are like a broken glass pieces for me, my dear Krishna. I want you in my life. That's how Krishna, with the desire of great having a great land greater than his grandfather, he came to the last final desire. I want you, Krishna, in my life. That's how the desires have been filtered when you take up the devotional service to Krishna. That's what this sloka is explaining. Whatever desires you have, nothing wrong. Go to Krishna. Okay, you have a problem. Go to in front of Krishna and cry there. Nothing wrong in that. Krishna has this problem. Please give me some suggestion. Give me some advice, Mr. Krishna. He will reciprocate with you. The honest, the honest desire, the honest asking for Krishna. Hey, Krishna, I have a problem. Please give me this. He will definitely give it to you. But the surrender. Again, it depends on how much surrender we are asking that question to Krishna. Are you surrender 100%? For example, Draupadi Devi, when Dushasan started pulling her sari, first she tried with two hands to hold her sari. She did not show any surrender to Krishna. Then after that, what she did, he put one hand like this. 50% surrender. Krishna did not come. She put two hands. Krishna, now I have no choice in my life except you. Complete surrender. Krishna runs away and he becomes a sari. Our lives, my dear devotees, we're all suffering in this material. Nobody is happy here. Only our way is take the shelter of Vasudeva. Vasudeva Paragati. Finally, Vasudeva Paramaka, Vasudeva Param Brahma, Vasudeva Param Jyoti, Vasudeva Paragati is our final destination in our lives. Once you fully surrender like Draupadi, we'll definitely get the response. Do we have courage to do that one? It's up to the individuals. Prabhupada has given all the tools. Mahaprabhu gave all the ways to pray to Krishna. Kunti Maharani shows herself in the examples in the first canto, 8th chapter. She explains. What is she asking? Vipada santuta satva tatra tatra jagat guru apuno bhavanam darshar apunar bhava darshanam. My dear Krishna, give me all the troubles one more time. I have no issues. But you stay with me. I want you to with me. We don't have courage to ask Krishna to give troubles because we have enough troubles in our lives. But look at her mood. I don't mind going all the problems again one more time, my dear Krishna. But if you promise that you're going to stay with me, I'll take all the problems. That is a mood. That is a surrender mode. Saranagati. Right? That's what explaining here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. So coming to this lesson here. So this is 20th sloka. How Lord awards results as per our desires. Okay. Going to 21st sloka, no, 21, 22. Right. Here he explains beautifully, says that Mora putra mora sakha mora pranapati hey bhave ye more kare shuddha bhakti अपना के बादे माने हमारे समहीना सही भावे है I आमी ताहार हदिना. Translation by Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. If one cherishes pure loving devotion to me, thinking me as his son, his friend, or his beloved, regarding himself as a great and considering me he is equal or inferior, I become subordinate to him. Look at that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the form of Krishna, is telling us that I don't, in the 18th sloka we have seen, I don't want like somebody thinking in the, what you call, in the subordinate class. No, I would like, if one cherishes pure love of devotion to me, one of the relationships, either Sakya Bhav, this is Sakya Bhav, this is the Vatsalya Bhav, this is the Madhurya, okay, and there is a Shantaras, Dasyaras, all these things. Once develop that relationships, that's what I like. Here if you look at this, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, three kinds of devotional services are described, namely Bhakti, ordinary devotional service. Second one is Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotional service. Third one, Vidya Bhakti, mixed devotional service. So three devotional. One is ordinary devotional service, pure devotional service, and mixed devotional service. When the devotional service is executed with some material purpose, involving fruitive activities, mental speculations, or mixed yoga, it is called mixed or adulterated devotional service. So most of the grihasthas, we do mixed devotion. It's called karma mishrama bhakti. So, karma mishrama bhakti, jnana mishrama bhakti, yoga mishrama bhakti. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8th and 9th explains about these three bhaktis. Chapter 1 to 6 hmm, gives relationship with Krishna, who is Krishna, living entity, etc. 8th and 9th chapter explains the karma mishrama bhakti, jnana mishrama bhakti, and yoga mishrama bhakti. And 9th and 10th chapters give the pure devotion. So here we are talking about devotion, mixed devotional service. Okay, that is involving fruitive activities, mental speculations, mystic yoga. It is called mixed or adulterated devotional service. So they're all they are not pure, adulterated. They are mixed with mixed with these things, right? So, besides Bhakti Yoga, the Bhagavad Gita also describes Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Jnana Yoga. Yoga means we all know that linking with the Supreme Lord, which is possible only through devotion. So, if you take these here three activities, fruitive activities, ending in devotional service, philosophical speculation, ending in devotional service, and practice of mysticism ending in devotional service known as Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga. So here, fruitive activities when connected to Krishna, our speculation connected to Krishna, our and mysticism connected to Krishna, they are called Karma, Jnana, Yoga, Dhyana Yoga. If you take Bhagavad Gita, we have chapters for this one, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga. But such devotional service is not pure. Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Jnana Yoga, they are not pure. They're adulterated. But but we are trying somehow trying to connect to Krishna. But they won't come under the pure devotional service platform. Okay? That's called adulterated. For those grossly engaged in identifying the body as the self, pious activity or karma yoga is recommended. Somebody is not too much into bodily identification. For them, we just ask them to do some pious activities. Okay, that is karma yoga. For those who are identify the mind with the self, somebody very intellectuals, philosophical speculation, then we tell them jnana yoga is recommended. But devotees standing on the spiritual platform have no need for such material conceptions of adulteration. For what is the pure devotion? Pure devotion means that it is a Rupa Goswami Prabhupada actually explains the pure devotion as Anyavilashita Shunyam Jnana Karmadi Anarvritam Anukulayena Krishna Anushilanam Bhakti Uttamam. He says that the pure bhakti is Anya Abhilashita Shunyam. I have no other interest except serving Krishna. I have no other interest except Anya Abhilashita. Jnana Karmadi Anavrutam. By Jnana or Karma, nothing, no speculations. Anukulayena Krishna Anushilanam. I do everything favorable for Krishna. Whatever Krishna's, I'll do it. I have no desire of my own. Krishna's desires are my desires. Bhakti Uttama, that is a pure devotion. Okay, karma, jnana, dhyana, these are all adulterated, but few devotees only do the devotion, unadulterated devotion by without anyabhilashita shunyam. I have no other interest other than Krishna's interest. Okay, and adulterated devotion service does not directly aim for supreme love of Godhead. Any devotion which is mixed with tinge of jnana, karma, yoga, that is not will lead us to the love of Godhead, Krishna Prema, which we are our final attainment of the goal is Krishna Prema through our natural position who we are in the spiritual world. So to gain that one, we need to have unadulterated, pure bhakti to Krishna. Pure bhakti. That means pure bhakti means that whatever Krishna wanted, we'll do that one. Or whatever Krishna desires with. Anya abhilashita, I have no other desire except Krishna's desires. That is the devotion we have to raise. See, for example, we are gruhasthas, we have wife, children, education, job, these things. All this comes under adulterated devotion. What we do? We do karma mishrama bhakti, jnana mishrama bhakti, and yoga mishrama bhakti. That's okay because we have families. We have to take care of families. We have to take care of wife, kids, etc., etc. We should do that. Nothing wrong in that. But we need to go beyond that after a certain age. Okay, now I am done with my this one. Kids are done their education. Okay, they are done this one. Don't attach to the grandchildren, grandkids, etc. Now I have to go to different level of. Now we have to come to the Anyabhilashita Shunyam stage where I'm practicing only pure bhakti for Krishna. Whatever Krishna desires, I do that. At that point, that's called pure devotional service to Krishna. See, what we are doing is don't try to discount that because that will lead us to pure devotional. If you don't do anything, I'll directly do devotional, pure devotional, it never comes. It's a stage by stage. It's called in the Rupa Goswami Prabhupada says that Vaidhi Bhakti and Ragatmika Bhakti. Ragatmika Bhakti, Raga means attachment. First, Vaidhi Bhakti, rules and regulations, we do that doing for a long time, then the raga means attachment develops for Krishna. And when the attachment is there for Krishna, even we can overcome prescribed scriptural injunctions. We have no rules at that point. Krishna is your focus, that's it. Nothing comes on the way. So that is pure love we should develop for Lord Sri Krishna. At that point, you know who you are in the spiritual world. Your Siddha Deha will be revealed to you. And with the Siddha Deha, we don't go with this body. Our Siddha, we have each has a spiritual form. That spiritual form, we form a relationship with Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha. Then with that relationship, we go back to Godhead. Therefore, Prabhupada writes, therefore, service performed strictly in conformity with the revealed scriptures is better than such with bhakti because it is free from all kinds of material contamination. Nothing worse when you're Ragatmika Bhakti, higher Bhakti, no rules, regulations. Bhakti Vinod Thakur, we all know that. He used to get middle of the night, 12 o'clock. He used to cook for rice and dal. Radha Krishna is hungry. Because he's a Baba Bhakta, you could see in the Baba stage, you can see the Radha Krishna in the spiritual world by sitting in your room. You get that vision. And in the prema level, you can participate in their pastimes. That's why chanting is so profoundly recommended. Krishna invested all the nama, guna, rupa, leela in the name of Krishna. By chanting, you can see his gunas, his leelas. When you're chanting, you can see in front of your eyes what is happening in the spiritual. It's like a 70 screen. You can see in front of you in the spiritual world what is happening there. That powerful, this bhakti process, dear devotees, is not something like a fantasy or anything. That is how devotion service. That is what acharyas have felt. How did Vyasadeva wrote Srimad Bhagavatam? Sitting in the full trance, 70 screen. No, he has seen Krishna and his internal potency. Background, he has seen Durga Devi material creation, personification existing backside, and is living it is suffering. To release them from this the horrible conditions, he wrote Srimad Bhagavatam. He wrote Srimad Bhagavatam to give that knowledge to you and me so that our conditioned soul will be get liberated. So we all have to aim for pure bhakti slowly, slowly. So that's how here Prabhupada writes, flawless execution of regulatory principles exhibited in the Vaikuntha planets. By strictly executing these principles, one can be elevated to Vaikuntha planets. But spontaneous pure loving service to Krishna found in Krishna Loka alone. Like that. Krishna Loka means Goloka Vrindavan. A pure spontaneous love, attachment is there for only in the spiritual, in the Goloka Vrindavan. Even in the spiritual elevated Vaikuntha planets, we have awe and reverence. But Krishna in the Shamsundara form, looking for the pure devotion, unadulterated devotion in the Krishna Loka, love of Godhead. That is what Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave a key to go back to Krishna Loka with the relationship you had in the Krishna. And that is process has been given to us. So that's what Mahaprabhu explaining here very clearly whom he loves, and he loves only people who are in the relationship with Krishna. Okay? Like that. Like that. Okay? I'll stop here, dear devotees. Any questions, please, or anybody would like to add any more points, please go ahead. I'll open the session for everyone, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, it's a wonderful class.
Thank you.
And you have given an inspiration that we have to develop the relationship with the Krishna, then we can progress in our life. So that was the realization I felt very strongly.
Absolutely.
And thank you for answering my question that now I understood. अपने को तुच्छ नहीं मानने का, you have to develop the relationship.
Yes. I have a pure love for Krishna. That's it.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for wonderful class. Though I joined late, but I know what you could have said about that. I was just meditating like we are so lucky we are in this parapara. Otherwise, I don't think we would have been known all this knowledge, right, Prabhuji?
Absolutely. Actually, only Gaudiya Sampradaya would give difference between impersonalism, the yogis and devotees. No other Sampradaya would give this result.
Yeah, other sampradayas they are doing so many worshipping things and so much they know lot of things also. But what we got the actual essence, like what is the goal of our life and how to connect, how to get Krishna prema. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only just gave, and after that our dear Srila Prabhupada just
Yes.
extended that to us. So
Yeah. Because in Dwapara Yuga, Krishna came, he did not even talk about the mellows. Okay. He just gave Sarvadana Parityaja Mamekam Chandraja. Okay. He went back, relaxed. And then he thought, okay, what did I do? I told them, but I did not show the process of surrender. Okay. Let me go as a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He came as.
yeah,
Absolutely.
very sweet nectar, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Mataji. Thank you for that. Okay. Dear devotees, any questions? Okay, I think if no questions, I think we're on target for the time, unless Himesh Prabhu has any other announcements. No festivals this weekend, right?
Today he must be having service, Prabhuji. Wednesday he has service at the
Yeah,
temple.
yeah. Brother also went. Yeah, she also went there. Yeah, to Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, Radha Shamsun, whatever. Okay. Yeah, today Mata, they're also going, right? Okay, dear devotees, if you don't have any other questions, and you're welcome to add any point because I might have forgotten a lot of points, whatever comes to. I was told at 5:30 this class should be given, so I just whatever. I was not in the roster. Devakindan Prabhu was supposed to give class today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 5:45 Suresh Prabhu called me. I said I don't have. I said okay, whatever it is. But anyway.
Well, you are master, Prabhuji.
No, it's not. This is all mercy of Krishna. I was going through some problem, but immediately Krishna called me. Hey, this is your job. Okay, he took it.
Oh.
See how that's why I'm telling my wife how Krishna reciprocates immediately.
That's
Hmm.
true. That's true.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're all in the material world. We have to go through so many things. But Krishna, on time, on budget, he responds immediately.
Yeah. Ye mam yatha prapadyanti.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
everyone.
Hare,
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.